Hey everybody, this is Love is Dead, and I'm coming to you with a broadcast of the Beyond the Summit Tour, and Beyond the Summit World Tour, and it's going to be TongFU versus Complexity Gaming, and this is the second game, actually, and the first bands out are actually going to be Leshrac, Tinker, and the Lone Druid is going to make the first band this time from TongFU, and Nagasirene, Lycanthrope, and we're finishing up the last one. Perhaps it's going to be a Darkseer or a Nature's Prophet. Either one of those is going to get through this match. Also, Invoker is still on the pickup. We've been seeing, last game I saw the drafting for, and they picked up a Morphling in the first pickup. So what we've been seeing, I think, is with all these bans coming out, your choice, if you got a strategy you want to go for, your choice carry is usually banned out. I mean, the big ones are, Anti-Mage, Morphling, Lone Druid, Tinker. All these big carries usually been taken out, so they're actually going to go with the Nature's Prophet. That's going to leave Darkseer to come through, as well as a Broodmother. So they could pick all of that and Invoker. So if they pick any one of those, then that leaves Complexity Gaming open up for them to select two of them. So they're going to get Darkseer. That leaves Invoker, Broodmother for Complexity Gaming. May not choose Broodmother. Broodmother goes with a specific strategy, so we'll have to see what they decide to go with. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Love is Dead, by the way. If you haven't tuned in to me before, maybe you'll enjoy what you hear. Nagasirene, really, she got through a couple times when she first came out, but no one's let her through so far I've seen. I could have missed a couple times, but her ability to set up a team fight, and once you get that team fight initiated with her, if you get the ganking heroes like Tidehunter, Enigma, Sand King, it's just brutal. It's just a brutal setup. She's hard to push against. Rubik, he's another pickup. He's been really popular. Chen gets through as well. Enchantress is still available. If they want that, go for that as a jungler, or they might pick up an Enigma. He's been popular lately, but they're probably, let's see, TongFU are probably not worried about Complexity picking up an Enigma, since they already have Chen. Unless they want to go with an aggressive sort of tri-lane, sort of / aggressive jungle with Chen against whoever TongFU decides to pick. Darkseer is probably going to be in a solo lane, so they're going to be choosing either a tri-lane or perhaps it's a tri-lane. You got Tidehunter and Morphling. I guess Tidehunter can do a solo lane as well, but Darkseer is probably the stronger of the two. Morphling going to be the pickup, so they're already going with their strategy. He's so popular. He's so powerful. Really, he's kind of like the perfect. It's kind of like the perfect carry. He can blink away. He can deal tons of damage. He's powerful. He can even take mid in the early game if you want to. That's what I saw them do. I saw it previously with EG versus DK. Morphling actually went mid lane. But yeah, once he gets big, I mean, he's got the morph. He can run away. He can split push with his illusion or his morphling. Let's see, you call them spiderlings. So what's a morph? I guess it's an illusion, but it's technically his morph. I don't know. Let's see, what do they call it? Replicate. That's boring. Morphling's Morphling. So let's see who we gonna see picked up from Complexity Gaming. Looks kind of like a ganking strategy coming out from TongFU. They definitely have the team fight with Tidehunter plus Darkseer. Darkseer can pull in with a wide range his vacuum, and then Tidehunter can ult right afterwards and catch a lot of them off guard. And Morphling can come through, deal the damage. They would need an AoE, another AoE would do them well. Venomancer going to be the pickup here from Complexity Gaming. Still not showing their hand, not showing what exactly they're going to be doing. They're going to need someone a little more powerful though. They don't have a late game hero yet, or even really a mid game hero. Venomancer is definitely support. Chen is early push. Rubik is kind of like all around sort of. He can be okay He can be okay early game. He can be okay late game. He can be pretty good mid game. Good support, or a good mid laner, which he is sometimes seen in. I actually saw him solo long lane too. He's pretty versatile. I wonder if they're going to pick up another solo lane or if they're going to send Rubik down there. They're going to ban out Enchantress. So they're making sure that TongFU doesn't get that as a jungler. DK actually going to be the ban out from TongFU, which is kind of interesting. I know DK is really popular in the Chinese scene, but it's really not that much popular in the Western scene. So I'm kind of interested in why they chose to ban him out. Getting later into the tournament too, so things get a little bit more serious. No one's going to throw away a ban. So they must have had a reason for it. He would definitely be a good pushing hero early on. He's got that dual breath. Not the dual breath, the fire. What's it called? Dragon breath. That's good to get rid of a creep wave. A little bit of early harassment. He's got a decent stun. He can push down towers too, so he can go into this pushing lineup that Complexity seemed to be going with. Chen is definitely going to need some help with that early game push, though. Anti-Mage is usually great for that. He can go in and deal some damage to the tower while Chen comes up, and then once he sees someone who gets in his way or comes to the tower or something like that, he can just blink back away and run. Broodmother is actually getting picked up from TongFU, so Complexity Gaming not going to get that, and they wouldn't pick it up because Darkseer is already in the pool in TongFu's lineup, and Broodmother against the Darkseer is just going to have a hard time. And Ion Shell can just deplete her Spiderlings. It also hits her when she's invisible, so. I'm really interested to see what Complexity is going to pick up for. Oh yeah, they actually Complexity banned out Enigma. They don't want to give Tidehunter, Enigma, and Darkseer. That would have been way too much. Way too much team fight. But Invoker is still here, so he could be a pickup. Beastmaster is going to be here, so he's going to be the solo laner. I think Hannah Montana plays Beastmaster. And Jay is going to take the mid role. I'm not sure who he's going to be playing yet. Really, Invoker is still here. And would Invoker go in TongFu's lineup? I mean, what? There he goes. Where does Invoker not fit? I don't think. He's a jack of all trades. Where's Invoker not fit? And we do need a carry. Or, maybe a Sand King? Possibly? They need something to be able to deal with the power that's going to come out from TongFu in the late game. And they do have enough early game to hold them off until, like, Invoker, Morphling, Broodmother. Oh man, they're just such a powerful lineup right now. Complexity, I think, are going to have a hard time with this match. And they're going to pick up a Tiny, so he's been popular lately, and he's actually a decent hard carry if you build him right. I actually saw him out-carry a Faceless Void with similar farm, although Faceless Void went Aghanim Scepter plus Refresher, which was kind of weird, and the Leshrac that was on their team wasn't able to deal enough damage in the lane, or in the team fight to account for those two Chronos, like, to offset the cost of the Refresher. Looks like I can introduce who's going to be playing. Awoke is going to be on the Darkseer. Tidehunter is played by Sansheng. Hao is going to be playing the Morphling. Kabu is playing Broodmother, and Invoker is played by Mu. Jo on the Complexity side is going to be taking Rubik, Chen, Fluff and Stuff, I think. IX is going to be taken. IX Mike is going to be on the Venomancer. Beastmaster is taken by Hannah Montana, and that leaves the last one of Complexity that I don't remember. Anyways, let me switch up this thing here. We have the obligatory pause that comes out every single match. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so what are the lanes looking like up here? I think TC is going to be on Tiny, and I think I would expect him to be on the top lane here. Going to be supported by Rubik, plus maybe, yeah, probably just Fluff and Stuff in the jungle going to be supporting him. I don't think they're going to need to run a tri-lane for this. And Hannah Montana is going to be taking the Beastmaster, probably going to do the solo lane down here, and who is going mid lane though?
30 seconds.
No, yeah, Venomancer's probably gonna support TC. Rubik's gonna go mid lane. Yeah, Jo's the mid lane player. It looks like Cabu is setting up down here for the rune. Really wants to get that. Actually, not setting up his webs right now. There's not going to be an early team fight, and oh my god, look at that pirate flag. I've never seen that before. Tidehunter's just got the best items. I don't know why. No one else. He just has so... yeah, anyways. Awoke. Come on here, they're checking for the runes. Well, I guess it was top. You know, illusion rune popped off, and they're going to pop onto IX Mike. And I'm probably just going to use that to push him off, but definitely not going to get a kill. I'm just going to kind of harass him out. And Moo taking up the Invoker, going to be placed against Jo. And Tidehunter is going to be bottom lane with supporting How. And we got... Is Darkseer jungling? Perhaps? Alright, Darkseer is jungling. I haven't seen this before in a competitive match. I don't like Darkseer in the jungle, to be honest. But they did pick him up first, and they did end up having a pretty good lineup. So, it's not that bad. They were probably looking for like an Enigma might have gone better in this lineup. We'll have to see what comes out with this. Tiny can be, if he gets like the Aghanim Scepter and they replicate it Tiny with the wall in a team fight, yeah, that's going to be huge. Not sure if this first blood is going to happen on Hannah Montana. Tidehunter is doing his best, out of mana right now, except as a clarity, so you can probably get that back. But Hannah Montana does have to be careful. You don't want to get hit with a waveform and a gush with Half-Life, because that should be able to take you out. Probably another right click from Morphling. Morphling knows that he's low, so he's just going to come in, take the last hits and denies. Continue with his lane control, hold on to his creep momentum. And actually, Moo doing some pretty good. How's he doing? Both the same in middle lane so far. Anyways, pushing up the creep wave. Actually, it's a little early. We'll hold it there. Doesn't have his bottle. Does Jo have a bottle yet? Nope, he doesn't have a bottle. Actually going... See, the bottle's coming out to him right now. So Rubik's going to try to push out this lane right now so that he can go get the 2-minute rune, which has spawned bottom. It's a regen. Rune should be pretty huge for Rubik. Giving him that extra mana points would be great. And he's going to go check top. But the regeneration rune is going to be picked up by Hannah Montana. Good communication right there. And it looks like Broodmother's going to be held off by IX Mike right now. They have a sentry ward popped off, so Broodmother just can't really escape. Tiny could come in, do an avalanche toss, I suppose, but he's going to look for the farm. And actually, Broodmother has to teleport all the way out. Tier 1 tower being pressured. Taking a little bit of damage, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. They do have to watch. He has to watch out for fluff and stuff, though. That gank that can come out from Chen should be able to take him out in a couple levels. Let's see, what level is he right now? 4, probably at level like 5 or 6. I think he can come out of the jungle, make a push. Actually, the lane is pulled up pretty far right now. Venomancer looking to stack. Actually, he's just gonna look to pull right now. Yeah, he's just gonna look to pull the lane. This is actually gonna push it if they don't. Yeah, this is just going to end up pushing the lane with 2. So I wonder if Chen is going to come out with come out of the jungle at that point. But it doesn't look like he's setting up for it. It's probably not. Because there's nothing else to double pull the camp, so that's going to be a big. It's one creep wave, and then that, since it's delayed, you get the second creep wave, so that's going to push down to the tower. May give Broodmother some farm. I think Venomancer just wanted the experience a little bit more. Sentry Ward's almost up. The Sentry Ward has got about a minute left. Chen is now coming up here, so I think they are going to try to do a little bit of a push as this creep wave comes down. Darkseer is able to get the Invis rune, so has a bottle as well, helping out his farm in the jungle. Jo holding his own against Moo. Moo now level 5. Jo now Level 5 as well. Mu getting a little bit more experience in the lane so far. Yep, Chen coming in here to push in with the wave, and they're going to be looking at damaging this tower. It's really not going to be able to take it, but they set up for that pretty nicely. And it looks like Hannah Montana is going to be caught out right now. Waveform is not up, but it's up in a couple seconds. Gush is down. Doesn't have mana for it, but if he gets a waveform off, that's going to be the end of Hannah Montana. If he gets going to get a right click, oh man, but Mu is too low on, How is too low on life. I don't think he's going to go down to the tower. He doesn't go down to the tower. Oh, shameful. That's okay though. I mean, he did get the first blood gold. So it gives them a little bit of an advantage, but really you don't want to die to the tower like that. Actually, they take out the tower with that push. And they're going to push in the second tier tower at 5 minutes in. And it's just melting away. Look at this. With this push that's able to come out from them, and they did that, you know, stacking the creep camp, the creeps as well. Kabu is just level 4, so can't really just go in right now, or she'll be focused down on, especially with this Avalanche Toss combination. He just has to give up the tower. Invoker coming in to try to stop this, as well as Tidehunter. Tidehunter's here. Avalanche, we don't get a toss, but we're low on life here on Mu. Mu goes into a Ghost Walk to get himself away. Fluff and Stuff looking pretty low on life. Fluff and Stuff goes down, and now Kabu's going to be chasing Tiny, but Mu as well as, oh no, I think, yeah, that goes down. Tidehunter goes down to Venomancer, but Venomancer looking low on life. Probably going to be taken out right now. And 2 to the Ion Shell. Yes, that goes down. Darkseer able to finish him up, but Darkseer now goes out to Rubik, and Invoker lives. So man, now it's up to 3v3. So I guess, so yeah, I mean, that tower went down as well. It didn't really go the way, it really didn't go the way TongFU wanted. But if the game goes on for a while, they're going to have a ton of farm. Complexity really is a ticking time bomb. They need to be able to deal with this. Tiny with Aghanim Scepter should be able to push against Broodmother, no problem though. Hope he gets Aghanim Scepter and no levels in Grow. But I know that's not going to happen. I'd love to see it though. Just to see that, model. You should look it up if you haven't seen it. Little Tiny holding a full tree. Anyways, here we're going on Mu right now in the middle lane. They're continuing their push. Mu has to back off from the push. Yeah, a little bit of tower damage. TC, let's see, Morphling is doing pretty well for farm. Has 41 last hits. Tiny doing not so bad himself. Darkseer doing well in the jungle, but Chen is jungling as well, and Rubik also doing pretty good in the middle lane. Jay doing a good job. Fluff and Stuff coming down right now. Only has he has a Centaur and Centaur, Troll, Warlord, plus these skeletons, and they have to pause game for a minute. If someone disconnects, I'll fast forward, but I don't expect this to be a second. Okay. Ready to go. What are the builds looking like? They don't have anything interesting. Tiny got some phase boots, got a bottle already. We got Jo with a bottle as well. Looking, starting on that mech. Can actually build up the headdress too. And Invoker does have the phase boots, plus a bracer, probably going for the Drum of Endurance. He's building Colossal Wax, so yeah, Drum of Endurance would make sense. Although he's taking a lot of damage right now. He is stunned up, and he's going to probably go down to this. There's 3 heroes here, but Darkseer comes in, and the game is paused. What? Man, look at this Ion Shell deals 70 damage every, every second, and damage going up from, that's just going to melt away these heroes. 70, that's like, 70, that's what? 5 seconds? No, 4 seconds before Chen goes down. Maybe about, if he stays here for like 6 seconds, he'll take all these heroes out solo. And he's got full life, so he can stay here a little while. They're going to try to finish off Mu. Let's see, they're having a little bit of problems. Just skip. 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 Come on. There we go. And we did lose Rubik, Venomancer, and Chen. Beastmaster was able to get away. Darkseer picking up, how many kills did he pick up on that one? He's got 3 kills to his name right now. Invoker did go down, however. We're able to finish that off. How in here, picking up the farm. Make sure they defend that tower. Hannah Montana still sticking in middle lane. That looked like he just kicked him. Does he kick? Or maybe I'm just seeing things. Tidehunter level 4. I'm not getting level 6 yet. Once he gets level 6, you're going to see a Ravage popped off from him. They do have a huge team fight, so gotta watch out for that. Beastmaster actually gets Tidehunter. I think he used Roar. Yeah, he's got level 6, so that was able to take out Tidehunter without a problem. Tidehunter was caught off guard completely. They're coming in with another push. Fluff and stuff here. Doesn't have any creeps though. He's just going to go into the jungle and pull one. He's going to find himself an Alpha Wolf, which is not that bad, giving an extra attack speed. We're going to have one hero defend it, and it's going to be Tidehunter, level 5 now. It shouldn't be enough to stop this push. Oh, we have a picking. He's going to pick up the Urn of Shadows on the Rubik. Interesting. This gives good mana regen. Here we go. We're going to hit the slow. The slow Venomous Gale slow does hit. He's going to stay over here. We got a Gush coming out onto Venomancer. It's going to keep him off a little bit. We have the Alpha Warlord. Oh no, he's going to take a lot of damage from this, and he needs a couple more clicks, and that's going to be the end of it. The Beastmaster, is the Beastmaster animal going to be doing it? And he's not going to be able to finish it off. Morphling is here to defend, and everyone TP's out while Chen stays in here to push this lane. Oh, Hannah Montana cuts him off. I wish my circle thing was working. But Hannah Montana finishes him off while he's trying to run away. That's a nice play there by Hannah Montana. Roar's going out on... Actually, they're going to get a Woke with that one, but not in a good position to initiate. And staying here, they want to push this tower. Tiny is getting some farm up. He's actually at 61 less. It's now out farming Morphling. Complexity don't want to let TongFU sit and farm. They want to make sure there's constant pressure on each lane, so they force Morphling to come out of lane, force Broodmother to be careful. It looks like Tiny. Let's finish up a Drum of Endurance. That makes him really fast, especially when he starts getting points and grow. We hit the Venomancer stop, and it looks like he's gonna wait for him right in. He's gonna get himself Venomancer. We got the creep gonna try to stun him up. They are able to hit him with the Troll Warlord trap, but they're gonna have to back off from this. Morphling was definitely able to defend that one. Invoker coming in, but not gonna find anyone else. They did pressure this tower. Didn't actually stop TongFU from being able to farm too much though. Weren't able to get the tower. They still have a 2-tower advantage, but they do, when they commit to a tower that much, they really need to get them. TC is pretty low on life. I think the bottle is being bottle crowed right now. Yep, it's going back to him. He's going to regen that health and mana. He has max toss, max avalanche, so he can definitely start going ganking. If they pop like a sentry ward down. Yeah, he could actually, if he places it correctly and gets the max damage on the avalanche toss, he can actually just take out Broodmother without just flat, just with that combination. And he hits hard too. I mean, look at this. Look at this. We got 100 over 100, and man, I don't know, like 125 damage. Avalanche toss clearing out the broodlings. Actually, he doesn't have it up now to go on Kaboo. Grow, 1 point of grow has now been popped off, so he's just a little bit faster, a little bit bigger, a little bit more tiny. Yeah, do we have action down here bottom lane? How is still looking to farm up against this push. They only have 2 heroes here, so not pressuring it too much. Woke just sitting here happily in the jungle, has 1 point in Wall of Replica. I'm still with the Colossal Wax build. We have Broodmother, probably going with the straight, yeah, QE. The Venomancer has actually maxed out Plague Wards, but I haven't really seen them popped off yet, except in this Roshan pit, which I guess they're starting on. And they're gonna catch a Woke in the thing, and he's gonna go down. We have Invoker coming in here with the EMP. Actually hits pretty well. The Tornado doesn't. EMP yet again. There is no mana left on most of these heroes, and they have to run away while the team fight comes in. Tidehunter is level 6, so Ravage is gonna be popped off if he can get it. They're looking at the Roshan pit though. I wonder if it's bait or they're really thinking about trying to get it. I think it might be bait. They really want to try to get a team fight. But if they group up like this, Tiny could, Ravage could be popped off pretty devastatingly, but there are no heroes here to be able to do it. And they're going to try to get How, but he's going to Ghost Walk away. They're going to keep going into Roshan. Taking a long time at this. I don't even think the Roshan would help them push a bit, but I don't really see anyone that would be extremely useful on so much as they could risk losing an entire team fight for it. Hannah Montana coming into the top lane to try to stop Broodmother from taking out their tier 1 tower. They would really like to trade if they have to lose the tower to keep their advantage. So they're trying to do in the middle lane over here. And TC is now going to try to farm up this bottom lane, perhaps push it in as well. Beastmaster doing really well. There's no Spiderlings left. And Chen just farming up the jungle continuously. He does have his headdress finished off. It still needs, where's it going? It's not even on the courier. So he has it in his base. Now, Rubric, what did he get? Rubric got Replicate. So that might be useful, actually. We have Hand of God popped off. Does that mean someone is low on life? Look at his Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana might be caught out by Tidehunter right now. Ravage hasn't been popped off yet, but they do have a slow on Hannah Montana. They might try to pop it off to get him, but there would be no one here to finish it off. And oh no, Awoke is pretty low on health right here. Moo coming in, gonna get a roar on Moo. Venomancer ultimate popped off, gonna hit him. IMAX gonna take a lot of damage. Ravage popped off, finished off by Tidehunter. Fluff and stuff goes down to Tidehunter. Another Ravage, that is from Jo. Jo is able to deal a lot of damage to Tidehunter. He takes down Tidehunter. And Tiny down, actually it was Tiny up here. I thought he was down bottom lane. Must have TP'd in to get the kill on Invoker. And his Avalanche, yeah, actually that's going to take out the Spiderlings again. Feeding down the Spiderlings pretty good. It's not exactly something you want to do. Tiny has now 112 less hits, but that's hard to tell because what that really means because of Broodmother, her Spiderlings only give 15 gold, but they count as a full last hit, so I'm just going to keep it on total gold earned, so try to make it a little more accurate. And Morphling going to try to push in this tower, farm it up just a bit. Bottom tower is under attack. They haven't actually been able to get off the ganks that they need to. They haven't been able to get off the push. It looks like they're going to need something big, and look for Manta style up on TC right now. Has finished off his Yasha. Yeah, Yasha. Not Sanj. We got Medallion of Courage up on Venomancer. That kind of signals for Roshan, but Quaswex Invoker is able to scout you out. Actually just going to go in, even though they know that Fu just scouted that out right there. Yep, popped off the Medallion of Courage. They're going to go as soon as they can onto him. They're going to keep that up as much as they can. They have tons of wards. And Roshan is actually going to be finished off, no problem. Broodmother actually gets a tower. That's a trade for an Age of the Immortal on Tiny. They're going to continue with their push up top lane. But TC's going to throw in Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana actually gets stunned up by a Yule Scepter, but as the Ravage is popped off, and now Moo is going to look, he's looking pretty bad. He goes down. Oh no, Darkseer is here. He gets off actually a pretty good wall, but he's going to go down to the team fight. How is now caught out in here in the middle of everything, and Tiny is going to rush in, trying to finish off How, but he's able to morph up and gain a ton of life back. Oh no, we got Rubric is actually able to replicate the wall, multiply the wall. And Tiny's actually able to live through it, but Tidehunter goes down. And they're going to get this tower. There's going to be a trade, though. The tower on the top is going to go down because they don't have anything to stop Broodmother. They're going to TP themselves in, see what they can be able to get. Perhaps they can defend it. And that's Rubik. I was expecting Tiny. You're going to telekinesis up, stun him up a little bit, try to get a Fey Bolt on. That's able to, yeah, actually he's able to stop the push. They defend their tower, although it is very low on life. What does Kabu have? Only has a soul ring, but has plenty of gold, so could start building up that orchids. Mu right now, finished off almost up with the 4 staff, still needs a little bit more farm before he gets that. Just some, not even bracers, just gauntlets of strength up on Tide Hunter. And Darkseer right now has a headdress, so I think he's going to go headdress and a buckler, so he's going to go for the mech for the team. Not a bad item for him to have. TongFU, he's got his Ring of Aquila, Power Treads. Looking for a BKB actually first. He's worried about the magic damage that can come out from COL. I think Roar goes for BKB though, so it's not going to be great if I'm right about that. Actually, TC's going to find himself a woke. He's going to start on him. Ready? Down. What can you do about that? This is Tiny. Certainly have to watch out for Fallen Rocks. God damn it, Tiny. Just go in and gank everyone, why don't you? And he's got a smoke up here. Chen with his creeps. We got Hannah Montana here. We got Venomancer here. Fluffing stuff. We got Tiny getting initiate up on here on Mu, getting caught up by the entire team right now. Oh man, that Claw Swipe Invoker able to stun you up. Try to get away. He has Ghost Walk off. They don't have. They do have a reveal on him, and Beastmaster's able to get the kill. What was the reveal right there? Was it a dust, or does someone have a gem? Does Chen have a gem? Who has a gem? Ah, Venomancer has the gem. Also with the medallion. They're going to push in this middle tower. Without Invoker, though, it's going to be hard to defend, and Morphling's just going to farm out the lane, going to get rid of the tower. Just going to say, screw the tower. This BKB, yeah, he's just not getting enough farm, quite honestly. Tiny is out farming him really well. He's got 10,000 gold versus 8,000 gold. What does Tiny have? Tiny's got the Yasha, Aegis of the Immortal, almost finished off Aghanim Scepter. Just a couple more gold. If they get this tower, that should be his Aghanim Scepter. Tiny with Aghanim Scepter is just something you don't have to deal with. Darkseer wall popped off, trying to stop in the push, and he's able to do so, at least for a short bit. Chen gonna send back Venomancer, and Beastmaster gonna go back as well, so they're gonna end this push. Kabu just kind of sitting here, trying to split push as well. Not doing too badly, but gets Power Treads, and has no more money left. Let's see, did they buy? Actually bought a Black King bar as well, so they're really worried about the magic damage. I wonder if, does BKB stop Roar? At least the stun. I thought it only stopped the damage though. We'll have to see. I guess I would stop Rubik from taking the counter, or Tiny. Perhaps that is what it is for, Tiny's Avalanche Toss combination. Although I'm not, yeah, it's hard to say what they can do. They're really on the back foot. They weren't able to hold off against Complexity's push. That seems to be the end of them. I mean, they're really low on the towers. Roshan can be finished off by Complexity when he comes up next. They have access to their entire jungle. No one is safe because Tiny is so big. And yeah, so it's just Broodmother that's really the only thing that they haven't been worried about, really. They just kind of go up and defend when they see her. But I don't think they're really worried about trying to defend against the push into their base. All right, so that confirms that Fade Bolt does not hit invisible. That's something I was kind of curious about. Darkseer, on the other hand, will. They're going to go in for a gank right here. Actually going to find themselves 4 heroes. Tiny coming in, initiate. Going to finish off. Actually going to finish off no one right now. Going to get hit by. Yeah, Chen's going to send him back. Get hit by Morphling. Tiny's strong, but I mean he's not 1v5 strong. See, if they really wanted to take this team fight, they could. It's only 3 heroes. It's only 3 support heroes. I'm really not sure why they're afraid of going on this. Perhaps they are low on... Nope, they're not low on mana either. The top tower is actually denied by Jo while the Bruno is pushing in, and it looks like Jo is running down. Actually has some spiderlings, so can get his own little setup right here if he wants it. And they're going to continue to push in this tower. Really, yeah, I'm really not sure why they decided to wait for that one. They have the Darkseer wall up. They have the Ravage up. The Invoker. They could have really taken out those 3 heroes while they were sitting in the jungle. They knew Rubric was up there because they saw them defending against Broodmother. But this tower is going to go down regardless. It's melting away right now. Tiny with Aghanim Scepter is just a problem. Giving him cleave damage is ridiculous. Makes me really want to go play Tiny, actually. Oh, we got a smoke. Smoking themselves up in the jungle. What'll it be, son? Dual smoke action. You know where each other are, or perhaps you don't know where each other are. At least Complexity know where they are. I think they're gonna find. Do they find each other? They find themselves. IX Mike, they're gonna go. Tiny gonna initiate with the Avalanche Shock combination. Gonna deal a lot of damage to Woko. Woko's down from Chen. Ravage has popped off. Ravage is gonna get 2 heroes. Not the heroes that they were planning on going on, however. EMP popped off, and it looks like Invoker is gonna go down in the middle of this. Hal is gonna be probably finished off right now. He's gonna be telekinesis stuff. Tidehunter goes down to Hannah Montana, and that is a team fight going the way of Complexity. GG is called out at 25 minutes. They're going to exit the game, and that's going to be the end of it. Anyways, I'm Love Is Dead. I hope you enjoyed watching. This is actually game 2. It's going to go on to game 3. TongFU won the other game. Game 1. Perhaps I shall cast that and finish it off. It looks like both teams are gonna finish this off right now. Who's gonna get a final score right here? Jo just gonna try to get the final kill. Yeah, this is Tiny. Tiny's been pretty big lately. I wonder if he's gonna be seen in the international. Dyer wins it. What do we got for the final scene? This is it. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm Love Is Dead, and please continue to check me out.